Now, I know what you might be thinking. You're like, trivia? Really? Yes. Okay, I want you to stick with me here. Okay, just stick with me here because see, here's the thing about trivia, all right? I've been doing it for a long time. It really is a secret weapon for fostering loyalty. It's a secret weapon for boosting morale. And it's great for keeping employees happy, for keeping employees engaged. I've been doing this long enough to tell you when people play trivia together, it causes a different kind of dynamic. Let me tell you this. You'll see departments that will come together and they will start working together because I've seen it a bunch of times, right? Now, while they're at work, a lot of these departments never really have conversations. They don't interact with each other. They're just doing their jobs, which is fine, as it should be, but there's never really any kind of interaction. Now, when they're playing trivia, it changes everything. All of a sudden, you have an IT department hanging out with an HR department, and now they're laughing together. They're making jokes together. They're figuring out questions all together because that's what trivia does. It makes you work together in a fun, high-energy environment, and this is what's happening. This is why trivia, I always say, look, this is your secret weapon. If you want to retain employees, this is a great way to go. You want to boost engagement. You want people to feel connected to the workplace. Live trivia, it's interactive. It's fun. For some of you that played it, you get it. Some of you that have never played it, maybe you don't quite understand it, but once you do it, you'll be like, oh yeah, now I get this. See, people love answering questions. They love to feel smart, but more than anything, people love to compete. They really do. People love to compete. I like to compete. I'm sure you like to compete. At some degree, you like to compete. That's just the way it is. But we found out that engaged employees, okay, this is important, we found out engaged employees are 87% less likely to leave their jobs. See, people don't just leave their jobs because of money. That's not the only reason. There's a saying that I've been using for a long time, and the saying is, people quit their boss, they don't quit their job. When you don't feel connected to the workplace, chances are that employee is going to leave, and it's going to cost you money to have to replace that person. I think it's easier, and I'm sure you'll agree, I think it's easier to keep them employed, keep them engaged, and more importantly, keep them wanting to do a great job. Because without your employees, where does that leave your customers? Employees want to feel included. They want to feel appreciated, but more importantly, they do want to feel a connection. And this is why I love trivia. It encourages team building, and I love team building. It's not just about who knows the most random facts. It really isn't. It's really about teamwork. It's bringing people together. Employees bond over shared victories. They bond over laughing. They bond over working together. Those are the moments that build the relationships that people want to stay working at the same company. It's things like this. We now live in a time that's very different from 15, 20 years ago. Heck, even from 5 years ago. We live in a time where people need to feel that connection. And this is where trivia really comes in and really shines. I've been doing this for a long time. Trust me when I tell you, trivia is a great engagement tool. Now, the other cool thing about trivia is that it also offers instant gratification, okay? And listen, who's not looking for instant gratification, right? I mean, we're always looking for something like that. But yeah, trivia offers that instant gratification. When employees win, they're recognized in front of their peers. Think about that. They are recognized in front of their peers, whether it's a gift card or you give away, a trophy or bragging rights. It's the recognition that fosters a sense of accomplishment. That's why trivia is such a great tool to use in the workplace. This is why I'm so passionate about trivia. And I know I've said it, I've been doing it for a long time, and I get that. But see, I've been a national trivia host now for several years, at least 10 years now. And I've worked with major brands, and I've seen what happens when everyone is getting along, having a great time. I've seen firsthand how it transforms corporate events. It transforms meetings, even holiday parties, into some really awesome, unforgettable experiences. And I'll be honest with you, I remember when I started incorporating trivia into my work, I realized that it wasn't just about entertainment, because at first, I used to view it as entertainment until I realized, this is more than entertainment. This is a real retention tool, not just for your employees, it's a great retention tool for your customers. I always believe if employees are happy at work, they're gonna make your customers happy. And what happens when your customers are happy? Your bottom line is happy. So why not start where it counts? You start with employees. Now, when I talk about trivia and, we have these kinds of meetings and we have these kinds of sessions, I tell people that, don't just make it a one-off. Don't just make it a one-time thing. Okay, great, we're going to have trivia this one time, and you know what? We're not going to do anything for the rest of the year. There's a lot of different things that you can do. You can make it a regular thing. Maybe it's a monthly or a bi-weekly or a weekly. I mean, there's a lot of different types of trivia that you can do to keep your employees connected throughout the year. So it's not just this one big bash that you have to throw. There's other ways that we can also do it. You can customize it, which is going to be a lot of fun. You can hire a pro. Yes, we're talking about this guy right here. So, listen, I like the chuckle over there, man. But it's true though, right? You can totally hire me. I will come in and I will do that job because after all, that's what I do for a living. I am a national trivia host. So here's the thing, guys. I'm going to leave you with this. If you really want to engage your employees, and I know you do, otherwise you wouldn't be here right now, I am going to highly suggest, you do some kind of trivia engagement, whether it's a live one, a virtual one big bash, or a series throughout the years, and watch the workforce change. Watch how people start getting along. Because, see, before, if they weren't getting along or interacting with each other, now they're going to. Because now they know each other. They've worked with each other. They've laughed with each other. They've had drinks with each other. It really does change everything. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you need a trivia host with a side of energy, a little bit of humor, unforgettable fun, you know where to find me. Thank you so much.